Hey guys, I'm out here doing some metal board and batten siding. Just wanted to show you how to work around a window or a door. This is the way we like to do it. It's not necessarily the only way to do it, but I think it's watertight. So first of all, we do our J-channel a little bit differently. You can see here, we left the top piece, the back of it come out. I'll show you why that's important in a second. And here I've already got my measurements written down. We're going 8 inches into the J-channel and 7 1/4 to the end of the J here, and 48 inches up. Marked out 48. Then I marked out 7 1/4 and 8 inches into our J channel, and then I added a 3/4 inch, and you'll see why in just a second. Square that over. Now it's kind of hard to see because it's gray metal and gray pencil marks, but once I have this all cut out, hopefully it'll make more sense. So what I'm doing here is I measured 8 inches into the J channel, then I added a 3/4. We're going to bend up that 3/4 inch tab that goes into the J channel. Snap a chalk line on our cut point. Now first I'm going to cut into my point 7 1/4. Get my length cut started with the hand snips. And then we'll finish it with the power nibblers. All right, now I've got my piece all ready to bend. I've got this cut in to the slit. So remember that J channel I showed you? This is gonna get slit into that J channel. And then this is what I'm using to bend up the part that goes into the J channel. It's called an edge roller. The model is an ER3, I believe, 3-station edge roller by Malco Tools. I'll have a link in the description for this tool if you're interested in checking it out. This is a more expensive one. You can find cheaper ones that are very similar that would probably do the same thing, but let me show you how it works. It's got measurements here so you can set your depth right there, and the metal rolls against the back there. So as you can see, you just take the edge roller and work it along. Increase pressure up as you roll along the metal, and eventually you have a nice 90-degree bend. Sometimes for the last part, it's a bit tricky to get that last part bent up. So what I like to do is just take the handbrake, pinch that on there, and bend that last part up like that. This is a 6-inch handbrake, also made by Malco. It's a really good tool. All right, now my piece is prepped and ready for install. So here you can see I cut out the bend a little bit, and that is so that can pass underneath the J channel right there, and the slit. Slide right into that J channel there. And then this piece just hooks into the previous piece, sort of like standing seam. Locks together pretty nice. You can use a rubber mallet to tap it in place. I don't really like doing that because sometimes it leaves black marks on the metal, but it comes off really easy. My slit is perfect, and that metal goes above and underneath that J channel and behind there. Now you can take and put a bead of caulk in behind that just to seal it so that any water that runs out here doesn't siphon back in there and run down behind the metal. Another way that you can do this is you can pre-install a piece like this. It's basically just a flat piece with a hem in it, kind of an open hem, and you would pre-install this piece into your J channel and then measure your width for your metal to go into that hem there. Just cut it straight off, don't bend it or anything, and then it would slide right into that. Sort of like a finisher on a vinyl siding. But I think with bending it up like this is a more watertight system. Now for fastening this, it looks sort of like a standing seam underlap here. And a real quick, easy way to fasten these is just with 1/4 inch drive metal roofing screws. They hold in the bit really well and they go in really easy. Some guys like to nail it on with roofing nailers or use the pancake head square drive screws, but these work fine because the batten stands out enough that it doesn't hit the batten of the next piece, and they're just quick and easy to use. And now if you come around to the other side of the window or door or whatever it is you're going around, it's pretty much the same idea. We got our bend up, our slit, everything's the same, except the trick to getting it in is taking the back and cutting an angle from nothing up about 6 or 8 inches or so. That way when you're installing it, you can swivel the top past, let that piece pivot at the point there. And that's how you clip it in. That way you don't have to cut your slit past 1/4 inch or however much you would need to go past extra in order to get behind there and get your piece hooked in. Alright, so when you're getting ready to finish out a wall here, just do the same thing as I did in the J channel on the window. Measure your distance you want in the J channel, add a 3/4, bend up that 3/4, and it just slides right in. Clip it in place. It'll take a 3/32 bit because it's about the same size as the finished nails. Try to drill through just the metal. Take you a gray fascia nail or finish nail, whatever you want to call it. Slide it in there like that, at the top and the bottom. And there you have it. So there you go, guys. And that's how we do metal board and batten around windows and doors.